If you're a person who is attracted to becoming, not just achieving, meaning you care about who you're becoming daily, meaning you measure success internally, not externally. A person like that, a person like you, is comfortable being different because not everyone wants to confront their fears, their habits or limits. But people like you, people like us, we don't need mass approval. People like you are okay swimming upstream. This is what makes you different. You are my family, you are my tribe. In a world filled with mass consciousness and mass-mindedness, where everybody think the same way and act the same way, as scales start falling off your eyes, once you see certain things, you can't unsee them. And that can get a bit lonely. But that loneliness is necessary. It's God removing certain people away from you. Those people whom you never would have left, even though you knew they were not good for you. But you never would have left them. And think about it, and something happened, they left. God removed them because God knew you would never have left. But you're here. We're here having a conversation. See, let's continue to go on this journey together where we train our mind like athletes train their body. We measure progress and growth by who we are becoming, not by external validation or applause. So if you resonate with this, plug in. Plug in. You're the person I've been looking for. In a year from now, I guarantee you, be on this journey, you will see how different our lives would be. I guarantee you will create an undefended mind. You see, I'm committed to mastering myself and living as close as possible to my potential. Sometimes you hear people say that everything happens for a reason. Well, I don't think that's the case. I don't think things necessarily happen for, in a way, grand reason, or I don't think things happen for positive reasons all the time. I think messed up things happen because they are just messed up until we assign them a purpose. And what I'm saying, in essence, is, sometimes we can romanticize our pains. And because we romanticize our pain, we think that just because it has happened to us, then something good will automatically happen. But the truth is, some of the things that has happened to us, they have inherently no purpose. Like, since it has happened, it must have a purpose. And I find a purpose. We have to find a purpose. See, every experience is necessary for where we are heading in life. You see, I used to think to myself, because I used to be in this relationship where I felt like I gave everything. In a way, I lost myself in that relationship. I felt like I was just pouring into the relationship in a way where it's just me. I was just doing. I didn't do it with no complaint. No, I I was operating in the way that I believe I should operate. But I was the only one pouring. I was the only one doing. I was the only one working and taking care of everything. And to me, that was fine. Never complained. And eventually, the person who in a way, the person I was in this relationship with, they turned their back on me. And this is me just being real, right? Because in a way, it hurts me real hard. And the reason why it hit me the way it did at first was because I realized that, or I thought to myself, like, how could this person do such a thing to me, right? And that's what I was thinking. I said, how could a person that I did so much for, how could a person that I did so much for? And in a way, I think that's what hurts the most. It's when you realize how much you poured into people, right? When you realize the sacrifices you made. And then, when it's all said and done, you hear a statement like, but did I ask you? Did I tell you to do it? And in a way, it's like, well, some people might say, well, yeah, but nobody asked you to do it, right? But isn't that what life is about? Isn't that what relationship and community, isn't that what love is about, right? Like, you don't have to ask. Love is wanting to do the best, wanting to give the best to the person that you say you love. And so, yes, no, you didn't ask. But you see, you didn't have to ask. And so for me, I had to change the mind frame as well, and I had to also allow myself to come to a place where, what happened has happened. And I remember I was so hurt, and I would find myself asking myself why. I know I didn't do everything right, but I didn't deserve that. Like, that was my thought. was like, man, I know I wasn't perfect, but man, I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that kind of betrayal. And then I realized that asking why wasn't getting me anywhere. You have to do the best with where you are. You have to do the best with what you have, you know? And if you're watching this, there might be certain things that has happened to you where you think to yourself like why did these things happen? Like, why did that happen to me? But if it has happened to you, then it has happened. It's up to you to assign it a purpose. There are things that has happened to us, and we think about them and we go, wow, that was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. Like, why? I know I wasn't perfect. I know I haven't always been perfect, but I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that kind of betrayal. I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that. But in a way, that's the thing about life. Because life does not, life doesn't check on us. It doesn't ask for availability. Things just happen, and it's like life is telling us, okay, here, this is it. This is it, right? What are you going to do with it? It's up to you to do something with this. And that's the thing with life. It doesn't send us email, no text message, no phone calls to prepare us for things that it's about to throw our way. Life just be lifing without consulting us first. Man, but it's beautiful. And I think that's what makes life exciting in a way. And not that you live from a masochist where you just enjoy pain, but it's the ability that we have to assign purpose to the things that happen in our lives. If you are watching this, I know that you're somebody who is involved in, self-mastery in a way. Since it has happened, it must have a purpose, and not a cosmic purpose, not a dramatic, grand purpose, right? Sometimes the purpose is just simple. It's just quiet. It's just something that happened, so we go, oh. So we realize how strong we are, and we go, oh, and I was stronger than I thought. Or, I will never do that again. Both of these purposes are useful, but sometimes we find ourselves asking why. Why me? And why did this happen? All right, so I had to come inside. It gets so dark early during the winter time. 5 p.m. and it looks like it's 10 p.m. Okay, so where was I? So, I have a friend, and he told me everything that's happening in his life. He told me, he said, man, I think what I'm going through now is, I think I'm getting my karma. And he was saying this in reference to his relationship. And at first I laughed. The more I listened to him, the more I realized that, he was coming from a place where he felt like he deserved the things that he was going through. And as I listened to him talk about the negative things he was experiencing in his relationship, see, I realized that because he felt like he deserved it, because he felt like it's karma. He had no compassion in the way that, he spoke about himself in reference to his own suffering. And this is the way most people treat themselves. You see, the moment we say that suffering is deserved, the moment we see somebody going through a thing, and we say that they deserve what they are going through, we lose compassion. And without compassion, nothing is righteous. So you do not beat yourself or tear yourself down for the things that you're going through. I think what I'm trying to say is, see, when life happens to us, it's not because life is cruel. It's not because it's kind either. I think in a way life is indifferent to us. It's not personal. You see, suffering has no inbuilt meaning. Meaning is something we create by how we respond, by the purpose that we assign to suffering, by our perception. So we have to be gentle with ourselves. You have to be gentle with yourself. You have to show yourself compassion. Some people think that the things that they go through is as a result of, punishment for their past, for whatever has happened, like karma. Think about a child, a child born with pain, born in suffering. Is that child not innocent? At least in that context. That's what I mean. And I don't mean in a cosmic grand scheme of things. A person who is taking a walk and a drunk driver run them over. That person is innocent in that context. When you constantly ask why, see, it keeps you stuck. See, because you can't move on while asking that question why. See, life will politely keep moving on. It's like focusing on lack, focusing on what you do not have. It brings you to a place of inadequacy. It brings you to a place of stuckness because all you can see or all you are aware of is your lack. A person who squints their eyes in search is a person who has obscure vision. Because that's because when you focus on something, then you're not really aware of every other thing that is around what you're focused on. If only I have this, then this. If only I have this, then I will feel complete. Then I will feel great or greater. But the truth is, you do not have it, my sister. You do not have it, my brother. See, that's the reality. Of course, that's the reality. That's where you live. But look around you. Look around you. What do you have? And I think that's a question that we need to ask ourselves. Instead of focusing on the things that you don't have, I'm not from this family, where my family, I come from a family where a weak family. Then move. Have a goal, to become strong. It's up to you to make that decision. It's up to you to even find strength among that weakness. Find strength in yourself. Even in the midst of weak people, ask yourself now, what do I have? What can I do where I am? This is not me just speaking to you. This is me speaking to myself. And in a way, I'm able to articulate some of the things that I articulate because it's something that I have lived. It's something that I'm still living. What can we do where we are? See, always define yourself loosely. Do not attach yourself to an identity or an idea or how you think something should be. Define yourself loosely. If you're on this path and you feel like that path is no longer the right path, you move to another path. The path will become the right path once you are on that path. The paths that are set in front of us do not arrive right. They do not arrive perfect. They become right because you are on that path. The relationship did not come perfect. It did not come all fixed. No, it becomes right relationship because you are in that relationship. So you make it right. So anything that you're doing, that's why I say define yourself loosely. Don't tie yourself to or attach your identity to ideas, to relationship, to things. And so when I talk about how it's not about the things that happen to us, right? It's not like life has, a personal vendetta against us or trying to keep scores. It's about how we respond to those things. It's about the meaning that we choose to give to the things that happen to us. When you focus on the things that you do have, your resilience, your awareness, your ability to choose and choose again. Look at the things that you have been through, the things that we overcame. You dig deep, you search. When you focus on these things, then you realize that, see, everything that you have been through, the things that, why did this happen? Your pain, your past, right? Those things are not here to shame you in a way. Those are raw materials for you to build. Everything I realize, you see, all of those things, what they are raw materials. And I know if you're watching this, you're my kind of person. You value internal power over external validation. If you're the kind of person who value internal power over external validation, see, you are my kind of person. You are the kind of person that's not impressed by status, not by hype. See, what you value, what you respect is discipline, it's consistency. I believe people are made, not born. And I know you do too. And I think that, that's why you are my kind of person. If you are the kind of person who believes that people are made, not born, that says a lot about you. That says that you reject fixed limitations. You believe effort, awareness, discipline matters. You admire builders of self because you are one. Not just people who have natural talent. A person like you care about what they are becoming daily. See, and this is why we measure success internally, not externally. You're my kind of person. I think that's what makes us alike. And this is a place for you. Don't wait for me to send the invitation to come on this ride. Thank you guys so much for watching. And keep doing the best with what you have.